Hey guys, hello and welcome, TonyBing here. For today's video we'll be having a look at the rescue team up. Now she is potentially the most complicated team up I've looked at yet, so if you bear with me while we go through this, there is quite a lot to cover here, so make sure you're sitting in a nice comfy seat for this one. So get her called in. Now straight away, something that's different from her from other team ups is if we look at our basic Sonic Blast, it's actually got weaken built into it. Now it is only a single target attack. However, if you're fighting a raid boss or you're running through cosmic terminals, you're looking at 10% damage reduction on the boss you're fighting. Now not only that, if you have her in active mode, which you would be to take advantage of the basic, you'd also get 5% damage transferred to her as well. So before we've looked at a single skill here, she's essentially got 15% damage reduction on single targets baked into her kit, which is fantastic. Now talking of skills, the first one we look at is Nanobot Recovery. With 1 point it's regenerate 210 health per second for 3 seconds with a 6-second cooldown. With the full points into it, it regenerates a whopping 651 health per second. Tied into it we have Nanobot Infusion, a steroid. It does damage rating, crit hit rating and brutal strike rating. Starts off at 120, the scaling isn't fantastic, goes up to, let's see, 240, it goes up to there. So what I'll do is I'll commit and I'll attack. With the setup I've got, the mega setup, I will lose some health here so you can see the beam go off. There we go. That'll take a second before I can move on to the next skill. Now with that beam, I particularly like it because it takes me back to my days of playing a medic commando in the old Republic, so I really do have a soft spot for that skill, and that's without the fact that it's actually a great skill as well. Now, so we can now reset that, and next up we have Repulsor Tech Regeneration. So what I'll do is I'll actually put the full points into this, then I can explain how it's working. So full points into that there. Now when rescue is below 50% maximum health, she gains 20% defense. She regenerates essentially, let's just call it 10% to make it simple, max health per second for 5 seconds. So I'm not great at maths, but with that she's regenerating all the health she's essentially lost over the 5 seconds. Does have quite a long cooldown of 30 seconds, however as long as her health isn't dropping down too low too often, it's a really great skill, that one. Now next up we have Electromagnetic Disruption. This is a slow, area duration 6 seconds and cooldown of 12 seconds. So as we place points into this, duration stays the same, but the slow goes up to a whopping 62%. Now what makes this great when I activate it is the range on it. It's absolutely huge, covers a vast portion of the screen. So let's activate that. There we go, huge amount of the screen getting covered there, as you can see. Really do like that one. Now tied into it you actually have Suppressing Field, so that will add a dot to it as well, and again going back to the size of this particular skill, the dot will be covering a huge area, so that really is nice. There it is again there, very nice skill, looks nice as well. So next up we have To the Rescue, a taunt move. Taunt moves and team ups really are great, especially if you've got a kind of tanky team up and you've got good gear on them. So she'll taunt on nearby enemies into attacking her. Her defense starts off at 10%, duration 4 seconds, cooldown 8 seconds. Now as we place more points into this, her defense goes up to 20%, the duration is 5.4 seconds and it's just the same cooldown there. So we'll commit so you can see that. There we go, so the enemies will be wailing away on her there while she's got that extra defense. So that's very nice there, and because of the taunt they will be kind of pulled towards her. So the next skill we have, very simple one, this one, it's Electromagnetic Suppression. So the tooltip is probably the simplest tooltip I've seen in the game. It's stun duration 2 seconds, cooldown 5 seconds. As we place more points into it, it goes up to 3.4 seconds, nothing too exciting there. It's a cone attack, let's see it, there we go. A bit underwhelming compared to all our other things in our kit, but hey ho, every skill can't be fantastic here. Now last skill we're looking at active wise is Overload. So this is just your regular sig, really does a ton of damage, and it's got the 30-second cooldown. So there we go, it's a lot of damage, as you can see there, 575 without any gear maximum. So we'll activate that. And there we go, nice enough looking. So what I'll do is I'll place points into the active setup I would use on her. So we're putting full points into Nanobot Recovery for that huge health. I'm only placing 1 point into Infusion because the scaling of it isn't that great. We are putting 1 point into Repulsor Tech Regeneration, the reason being if rescue is geared you're really not going to need full points into that at all. I'm putting 15 points into the slow. It does only buff the slow, however, going back to what I said earlier, because the area of it, I really do find a lot of value in that, and I'm putting 1 point into the dot on that, and then we've got 15 points into the rescue. So this way she'll be attracting all the attention and she'll be able to take any aggro that she attracts as well. 1 point into suppression, just because it's such a simple skill, that's a cone effect, and then my remaining points I put into the signature, so we're getting a bit of damage. So we are kind of going more for the utility with the huge heal, the slow, the taunt and the stun, and we just got a little bit of damage at the end there. But for me, there's enough damage team ups in the game that rescue does something different, so why just make her another damage hero, set her up so she's taking advantage of what she does differently there. Now, while she's firing off all her skills, we'll talk about the passive side of things, and this is quite interesting as well, and she's got some things that are unique. So she has regenerate 35 health per second. It's not bad, it's nothing amazing really. However, she has healing from all sources 3%. Depending on your hero, sorry, if you have a hero that does a lot of passive healing like Deadpool, Blade, Wolverine for example, that 3% really can add up, so that can be nice. Now, all the skills have fired off a few times, so I'll actually place my points into the passive setup I would use, and I'll discuss why I would place them there. So this does get interesting now. So we're looking at repulsor tech regeneration, and tied into it you have nanotech assistance. Now I'm putting the full 15 points into that, and I'm only placing 1 point into repulsor tech. Reason being, repulsor tech buffs her, but it is a prerequisite for this skill, so we have to put the point there, but we put the full 15 into nanotech resistance. And what that's doing, when you drop below 50% health, you're regenerating 356 health per second, and you're getting a whopping 19.8 total defense rating on top of that. Cooldown 30 seconds, duration 5 seconds. Now next up, what we'll be doing, I'll put all the points into this, and then I'll actually run over this. This is something quite interesting that I've never seen on a team up before. Right, there we go. So with this one, you'll notice all these arrows kind of firing off in every direction. Now the way this works is, the benefit will team up as a way, it's Stark Tech Relief. So when we put points into it, it's just increasing the activation chance and hit. However, if you look at Power Synergy, you'll notice it says this is the combined effects of To the Rescue and Electromagnetic Disruption. So what's happening when this triggers, you're looking at Rescue coming in, taunting the enemies, getting the defence, she's got the duration on it, and she's also dropping that huge slow over a wide area as well. So that's absolutely fantastic. She really is, as you can see, and you can probably hear in my voice, she's a great team up. Absolutely love her. She does well in active mode, she does well in passive mode, and when it comes to harder content like Cosmic Danger Room for example, she really does shine there. So as usual, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please share, like and subscribe. I'm getting very close to the 100 subscribers. I want to hit that so I can change my URL on YouTube and make it easier to find my channel. And once again, thanks you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.